A fishing chief has warned of the staggering arrogance of members of the European Commission, saying by the time they realise how important sovereignty is to Britons it may be too late. Simon Collins, executive officer of Shetland Fishermen's Association, said the EU has time and again failed to appreciate what matters to the UK when it comes to voters' reasons for wanting out of the bloc. As post-Brexit trade negotiations continued in Brussels this week after last week's round in London, he warned Boris Johnson against any sort of sellout for fishermen. His warning comes after Ireland's new Taoiseach Michael Martin said there is an urgent need for progress in negotiations. As fishing continues to be one of the main sticking points in talks, Mr Collins said Michel Barnier should wake up to the fact that regaining rights over British waters is central to the Brexit cause. Mr Collins told Express, "There's been a refusal to accept in public and at least I know in private, the reality of the situation. I have had, like many colleagues in the industry over the years, many dealings with Brussels since the referendum and every time you would never fail to be struck by the arrogance of the Commission. They live in a bubble, sometimes it's an Alice in Wonderland bubble, they are largely out of any democratic control, it's a nominal democratic control from the European Parliament. They do pretty much what they like and in places like fisheries they have an unusually wide writ." He added, "They are very used to having exactly their own way. But I think when you get to the situation where the UK is saying we're going to do something different I don't think they can get their heads around it." Mr Collins said under any free trade agreement with Brussels, the UK must be free to decide who comes into its seas and how much they can take. He said if Mr Johnson's chief Brexit negotiator David Frost offered guaranteed access to EU fishing vessels it would be seen by many in the fishing industry as an utter sellout. He added, "Fishermen are absolutely clear. Their red line, if you like, is a matter of principle just as the government says it is for the government, which is sovereignty, and by fishing we mean sovereignty over our waters. The EU has never understood why the UK is so intent on retaining its sovereignty.